Unlike most content on this channel, Spawn contains strong language and content that might not be suitable for children under 18 to watch. Viewer discretion is advised. Chapter 3, City Lights. Finally down to bare land. Anyways, we're gonna start out Chapter 3, City Lights, and really it's all the same. Shooting and all that kind of stuff. One thing to note, by the way, you might notice that I got the gun, but it did not carry over from last episode when I had one more gunshot left in my arsenal. That's because whenever you start a new chapter, everything resets. HP goes back to 9999, as is really shown with us collecting that big, massive health point, and we lose all our any ammo we have at the time. So be careful of that. Also, oh boy, slow down just because there's so much happening. Right here, we can see that some platforms are looking so we can reach, but we can't reach. So make sure to make use of any help on the way to make your way through the level. And honestly, I was kind of a bummer I was talking over that, because honestly, City Lights has some of my favorite music in the game. Just for how like groovy it is. So look at that, more enemies with, well, either weaponry like that or guns, so be careful of that. I know there was a coin I did skip, but I already at full health, so it doesn't matter. Also, oh boy, slow down, slow down, slow down. And we're done. Pretty much just a fall down. And right here, you know how we said that apparently we don't attack women? Well, already women don't care. That girl is basically just gonna go towards us and attack us whenever we go close to her, so be careful of that. Oh. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Hang on. Get back here, you scum! There we go. Sorry, just the aggression you can have in this game is kind of fun sometimes, and it's to the point where honestly I view this as not really a... where I honestly let go of the idea this is a very dark game at that. Sorry, I'm just having too much fun with the music. Anyways, on to the boss of this first draw of the chapter.
Yourself, coward. You wanna fight? Bring it on. I'm gonna tear you apart.
Meet Tremor, a boss that I struggled with as a kid, but honestly, it went a lot better, especially when you have a gun with you to get rid of his invisibility frames. He has a different, interesting pattern. He just jumps about in as though he's a coward, but really he's just trying to attack you. However, if you allow him to just jump like this, when he reaches the end of the screen, be careful. He's gonna charge. Just make sure you don't get hit too much whenever he's charging or whenever he's jumping. But if you can make use of getting rid of his invisibility frames, this boss is a pretty big joke. Told you. On to Area 4 of Chapter 3, and a girl protecting 2 health coins right out the gate. And right here, this is where, honestly, I remember getting stuck in for a long time. The boss was a little bit tough, but it's honestly this platforming section that was the worst. Why? Well, you'll see in a moment as I attempt to try and grab a gun, and you can see already the troubles I'm having with platforming. A, there's a bit of lag, and B, the platforms are pretty particular. Oh, especially this part. If you fall any part, it's a very painful ride all the way down. I remember on practice I struggled with this area, but I somehow did it on the first try. I'll be cursed. Area 5. And right again, we see a minigun up there, which I actually do want to grab, so let me just come up this platform, and bam! Although I want to keep that for later. That's going to be super helpful against the second boss of Area 3. Oh, sorry, Chapter 3, sorry. And because we'll be seeing this gameplay from the first episode, I will actually do both Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 in this episode, because I do want to showcase some interesting stuff. Especially what is to come for this LP. But yeah, music is fine, I really enjoy it, and just the sheer amount of fighting you can do in this one. Oh, by the way, down A allows you to jump down a ledge, so do remember that if you're trying to platform base. Ah, I walk faster than that guy. Anyways, onto the boss.
How can they do this to me? Do what to you? How can they give such power to an unworthy parasite like you? I deserve their gift, not you. You call this a gift? Yes, the greatest one of all. And I plan on taking what's rightfully mine.
Meet the curse. While he's above there, he's gonna summon these little kiddos to try and attack you. However, once you jump to his level, be careful. Jump above him, he's just gonna try to jump above you. But here's where this boss is kind of a joke. You can just let him come up towards you, kick him down, and repeat process. But really, I'm not like that. So let's kick him down. Actually, wait, no. First, before I kick him down, I'll let him do his attack. Yeah, it's a gunshot. Now... as you can hear, I'm actually killing him off screen. And that's it. And looking at the timing, yeah, we're only at 7 minutes, so I can easily do Chapter 4 right now. Honestly, looking at that picture, I always thought he was dabbing. Chapter 4, Angel Arbiter. We're now in space, boys, and we have very interesting enemies. Including this guy that spews out fire from now and then, like that. You know that the reason they're taking a lot of hits is the fact that I'm playing hard difficulty, not because of anything else, so be careful of that. And I'm gonna grab this minigun. This minigun's gonna be so helpful this chapter because of how the level is. And also, I'll be honest, this is also where platforming becomes a pretty big problem, and you would question some of the platform design decisions they've made. Especially with this jump right here, where you'd be so perfect. Because it seems like I'm doing the perfect jump, but really I'm not. Until I finally get it correct. And then you have to press the A button in the correct timing. Careful, these guys, by the way, they do shoot bullets whenever you're in range of them. And these are hologram enemies that do shoot real guns. Game logic, folks, and I got it. Spiders, mechanical spiders like these. It's a very wacky world, space. Actually, if you look at it, there's actually even a diagram is like showing information about this enemy. Of course, you can't read it because it's all lines, but it's kind of a interesting Easter egg, you could say. Also, that enemy can be a jerk if he shoots you down from that platform, because you need to start over that platform all over again. If you fall down at any point, you're not able to go back up until you go backwards. Right here, I'm just gonna make this section a little bit easier with the minigun. Now that Cry is actually a new enemy, as you'll see. Oh, well, there's another enemy, similar to the dog. But really, the real enemy I want to talk about is this guy. That guy shoots a laser, to be careful. He spawns in now and then, and when you hear that sound, you will know that he's nearby. Oh, stop on it. Let me kill you just out of spite. Why is it that guy doesn't see me even though I'm above him? I don't know the range of the guy, because that's the guy supposed to home in on us to attack us, but I feel as though even though I'm close to him, he doesn't attack me. One of those confusing enemies that I'm not even sure of his attack pattern. And now for this kind of platforming that is actually kind of forgiving. This is actually one of the more better platforming sections in the game. The reason I say that is at least there's some longer platform to forgive you if you fall down at any point. Also, the platform is not that unforgiving at the same time. 2 health coins right there you want to grab. And that's actually the end of that section. And now, for the first boss.
Warning! Necroplasmic residue detected. Analysis. Intruder.
Necro what?
Necromancer.
Readings confirm hellspawn. Directive. Eradication.
Welcome in the Sentry. Just kick him. Anytime he comes up, just kick him. Anytime he comes up, just kick him. Anytime you just kick him. Okay, no. In all seriousness, this boss is really a joke. Whenever you actually don't attack him, he just comes in and tries to shoot you with lasers. That's all that is. But really, if you're able to get him into this pattern, this boss is a joke. And really one of the more boring bosses if you think about it. His more exciting part comes in when he loses his legs. In fact, I just kicked off one of his legs, you might have noticed. Yeah, you can see right there, no, actually one of his hands, I should say, I kicked off. But once again, the kick rules over all. It's kind of a rhythmic thing, like... I don't know, something about it. And once you get enough hits on this guy... This is both of his legs. Now it becomes a standstill thing. Gonna appear somewhere, and now he's just gonna travel in 8 directions. Make sure to kick him down then so that he doesn't go off screen. The gun does help if he's in the same range as you. And eventually... Oh. Well, now you can see why if you don't hit him in time. Ooh, guys, don't look at the explosions. We have conveyor belt platforms right there, which I quite appreciate with any platforming game. And really, die! Also, we can get ourselves another gun. Aha! That's the same way as the doggo, for those wondering. Oh. I don't know what happened to my down button, but it wasn't working. Also, I like how I had 67, 76 for health. Well, no longer. Now I have... Of course I'll have that number. Of course I was missing one O, but you get what I'm talking about. Careful. By the way, enemies can even hit you from below. Anytime you make contact with those enemies, that's when you take damage. Anyways, final area of Chapter 4. And we have another corner up there, and right here is where conveyor belt platforming is put to the extreme. Although when I say extreme, I really meant to the test, because it's not that bad of a platforming. They're really forgiving with these platforms. The real challenge comes with the boss that's coming up, actually. Because he's actually a bit of a tricky one. But the guy, do you know, if you go to the left side, you can't actually jump up. It's actually this platform you can only jump up to the boss area, which is here.
Be gone, Hellspawn. The world doesn't need your kind. You looking for some pain? Brave words from such filth. Let me show you the burning light of heaven. And then you'll know what pain really is.
Meet the Redeemer, our boss for Chapter 4, and honestly, even as a kid, I did not realize how implicating this this enemy name was, this boss's name was. As I said before, I did not know too much how much dark this game was until a lot later in my life. Oh come on, you think that was the end of it? He has a second phase, and really, as you saw right there, he has two future attacks. One, he likes to beat us with his stick. He likes to jump over us, and if we're too close... Or he's not going to shoot his projectile? Never mind. Oh, there we go, there's a projectile. He also does that. You know, remember that every time we make contact with the enemy, they damage us, so be careful of that. But yeah, but here's two things I want to point out. One, that guy has a very like implicated name, and secondly, what is this guy doing in a space station? That's also another thing I'm wondering about this. Unless you're telling me this is like some sort of like ritual, like space station. I don't know. It's weird. And remember, this is based off the comics, so it's comic logic rather than game logic. Anyways, that boss was mostly a little bit tougher, but with the kicks, it should be fine. See you on Chapter 5. Peace.